Come sail away. Come sail
Hey folks,
away.
welcome
Come
back.
sail.
Tonight we're playing Myth the Wind Age. Unfortunately, Odo is not going to be joining us anymore. He has gone to the ER twice for heart problems, and he's, I guess, stable, but he's not doing terribly well. He's not filling up the game anymore. So unfortunately, we are not going to have, or sorry, I should say, um, Vindel, who's playing Odo, is not going to be here anymore. So the session is dedicated to Vindel. We hope he pulls through.
Yes.
All right. Let's get started. Okay. We begin this week's adventure with an old-fashioned animated cutscene. We see a faint orange glow that gradually fills the darkened frame, silhouetting a murky shape in the foreground. The light bends in long, curving caustic patterns that flicker behind the silhouetted figure. We hear voices, distorted and indecipherable, as if from a long way off. As the orange glow grows brighter, we see the outline of a small fish floating silently under the murky water, viewed from below the surface. Pale white scales glitter in the light of a flame that soon becomes visible in the foreground. Two human figures stand silhouetted in the torchlight. One of them gesticulates emphatically as they argue about something, but their voices are muffled by the water, impossible to make out. The other one tosses something into the stream, an ornate vanity hand mirror with cracked glass, its silver trim tarnished with age. The fish reacts to the sinking object and swims just in time to avoid being hit by the broken wine bottle that follows the mirror into the stream. The fish moves onward beneath the surface, following the stony bank of the stream. A light spirit glides by above the water, unnoticed by the fish. Another flickering light appears above the surface. We see the faces of Zane and Jack. They're talking as they pass, their voices muffled by the water. Jack carries the flame in his palm. A giant claw appears suddenly and dips down into the water, and the pale fish wriggles out of its grasp. Our view lingers briefly on the face of Mr. Krabs as Mr. Krabs leans over the water's edge, searching for his lost prey. We follow the fish as it disappears beneath a rocky shelf. The fish swims quickly upward through a warren of tiny underwater tunnels, appearing and disappearing from view as it flits between patches of faintly glowing algae along the bottom. A shovel blade slams down through the wall of the tunnel, suddenly filling the frame. As the fish turns back and quickly retreats from the light, the shovel blade lifts away. Sunlight pours in from above, revealing a line of dead faces, looking on silently as the thrall in the foreground tosses dirt to the side. The shovel descends again, and the scene fades into darkness. Jack, Zane, and Dram, you are standing in a junction in the cave system. Junction has buttresses of worked stone shoring it up along the walls, and the ceiling is made of a different material than the stone of the tunnel that you came from. To the east, you have an ancient weathered stone stairwell that ascends about 40 feet to a trapdoor in the ceiling of the cavern, and you can see that glowing field of arcane power, not unlike the one that protects Moagame, covering the trapdoor. To the west, you have a man-made granite structure that fills the tunnel from floor to ceiling. The stonework looks more human than dwarven. There's a double door facing you. Several other tunnels branch off from this point. Most of them look walkable. The northwest tunnel leads back the way you came. The group has had a few minutes to catch its breath, but hasn't yet taken a longer rest. I think some members of the group are injured. Dram, are you still injured at this point? What is everybody's hit points looking like in the group that's on the east side here? Okay.
I think I'm full.
I'm good for me.
Okay, Dram, what's your hit points look like?
Ed,
You there?
we can't hear you.
No, it's the mutes. Am I here now? Testing?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I only have one hit point, so I
Okay.
definitely need healing.
So
Okay. I can take stuff though. I have a couple of healing things that I can use here.
We're all sitting here like, we're fine, and Dram's out there like, I'll catch up with
I'm gonna take a healing potion. What is it? It's 1d4.
let me check.
It was one of the root, the mandrake
Yep.
roots.
I thought they did like 10
It
hit points
is,
or something.
10 damage. Yep.
Oh, perfect. I'm fine, guys. I ate this mandrake root. It was delicious, and now I'm okay.
Okay, yeah. So
Did
you
it
actually
scream at you?
the way to use mandrake roots is actually so they're like dried, crushed mandrake roots. So you don't really have to.
I snorted it.
Yeah,
Is that
No,
what
you have to. The way that you have to use it is you break it and like sprinkle it over the patient, and there's like a humming incantation that's relatively simple that you have to speak out loud, and then this blue glow travels through the mandrake root and encompasses you.
So as you're incantating, you're
So as he
snorting
snorts it, he's humming. Because I suspect his wounds are infected.
And I have a dollar bill in a mirror.
Oh god. All right, so you're
Okay, we have one at D&D because we have made the DM sigh.
All right, I'm
Cheers.
so yeah, I guess I'm good now. I'm okay. Never mind. False alarm, guys.
All right, so
Okay.
you take it a moment to heal. The question is, what are you guys going to do next? Do you want to explore? Do you want to head west back through the doors? Do you want to wait for the other group to show up here, or something else?
I mean, we decided to split off so that we can junction our way
Let's
alongside the
let's
cave.
let's go through the door. Wait, so we're not going to go through the door? Or we are going to go through the
Let's
door?
try. Let's see. Are they locked?
We are
Let's see what
going to
happens.
do the door.
Yeah, I
because we
go
might
through the
get
door.
back.
I walk right up to it and I grab it. I grab the door and I open it.
Okay.
Who was with me?
I
think that was me.
Got a green light. Watch out.
Wait, what is that? What is that? There's like a stain on the floor.
So you open the door. So that's actually just it's a magically glowing blue torch that has a flameless light that illuminates this little narrow, weird shaped hallway. On the west side of the room, though, there's this kind of awkward pile of smooth river rocks that fills the whole corridor. You could see through gaps in the stone. You could see there's more hallway on the other side.
Oh, we got to start moving rocks, dudes. We got to clear this rocks.
I think we're just sitting here.
You guys want to help me
waiting for
clear
you
this
guys.
rocks?
No, we're in a
Sure.
completely different space
Okay.
than you are.
Yeah, so let me switch to the other group.
I'm gonna use I'm gonna grab something and I'm gonna use a special effect of what is it? So let's see. Hold on a second. Where is it? Is it Parcel Dodger? What does that do? Hold on, I gotta see what these things do. I wish I could read them easier. Oh, forceful. So I'm gonna give myself a little room /forward with Balmong and forcefully smash the thing out of the way.
Okay, so you're closing the gap with the wall, I guess. All right, so you charge at the wall and strike it with.
I can help. I can help. Do that absurd thing that you're saying. It's crazy. I can do it too. I'm gonna use
snort some more. Do you need another mandrake root? You don't look too healthy.
Oh, I'm fine. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I'm gonna do this. And I burning brand a shovel.
No, I like that.
Can we burning brand shovels and make them forceful burning branded shovels?
Oh, I've never done a shovel before.
So the thing
congratulations on my first XP.
I mean, fire doesn't have the capacity to move stone that much, so I don't know how the burning brand is going to help you.
Failure.
Dude, we barely suck at this.
I collect XP. That's all.
Okay, so all right, so hold up. So Dram, you start to summon the burning brand, and you pull out the flame, forms, and you form this shovel in your hand. And as you form it, you notice that black fire starts to slowly take it over. What do you do?
Does this mean we found oil?
No, this is the black flame that you summoned from the heavens.
I don't know. I was joking. I know what happened.
He's in character.
Yeah, I'm a bubbling crude. We're rich.
He slowly eats it.
He's like,
this is it. We're rich.
Tasty.
The black flame steals souls, right? And it's happening even though I don't want it to happen. So
that's correct.
That means that there's a guys. I think there's the asshole of hell is leaking, and we're the ones getting sprayed.
So Jack, you also you go to summon your burning brand as well, and
Guys, sorry.
the black flame kind of like when you go to summon it thinking you're gonna like conjure flame out of the air or from the flame that you're holding, but when you go to summon it, the black flame from Dram's hand starts like pulling over into your hand. So now you're also holding this black flame. The two of you are like trying to contain it as it grows and grows and grows.
Whoa!
Okay, we're gonna go to the other.
That black flame is not me. I repulse it. So that's what Zuko.
Yeah, you can try to Zuko style it.
A Zuko style.
When he does that, I fall
I'm
flat
like,
onto
I'm
the
like,
ground.
get that fucking away from me, because
Okay.
the black flame is like completely antithesis to Jack.
Okay.
I fall flat to the ground and it just like grazes my mustache. Was it goes over me.
Okay, so what do you? So you
You know
have
what I literally just did right now?
yeah.
Even though fighting fire with fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So you okay? So you're shaping the flame to your command. What are you commanding it to do?
Oh, get two. Well, I don't want to.
Destroy the
So
rocks.
I'm gonna take the flame of his and mine, and we're gonna toss it. Well, I'm separating it and tossing his evil ass hell flame into through the rock. There's water behind right there, right?
You don't see any water from where you're at.
Well, I can see.
We don't need. I see water. I don't know.
Okay.
There is probably water there.
Okay, so you're pouring.
Or may not. Nay.
Okay, so you're pouring this wash of black flame against this rubble pile, and the rubble pile is starting to glow and hiss. Let's go over to the other group. Veranza. So in front of you stands the World Knot, which is a set of stone pillars that are glowing with power. And the World Knot is a complex binding of two dreams, the Earth Dream and the Travel Dream, which the runes derived from the Earth Dream are familiar to you, of course. The markings here are used to tap into a system of ley lines, natural gradients of power that run down deep beneath the earth. The travel runes are entirely alien. You've never touched the Travel Dream, so you have no capacity to read them. When you found the other World Knot in Forest Heart, it had a swirling vortex of energy at its heart. This new World Knot hums with energy, but there's no vortex at the center. Ichabod.
Oh, I touched it.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
You touch it, you could feel the power sort of responding to your touch, but it has no immediate effect. Other than it sort of it makes the hair on your arm stand up kind of.
Ooh, so when I'm listening to music, that type of thing.
Yeah. Ichabod, you've never seen a World Knot before. You can't make heads or tails of the runes. On the far side of the room, past the World Knot, there's a set of double doors that stand ajar, leading to a tiled hallway of work stone that glows with steady blue light. You also, you guys, when you were resting for a couple minutes earlier, you saw that there was a light glittering out on the water to the south of you, and you think you hear something. There's like a splash, like something is jumping or falling into the water, and another splash. And then it goes quiet again. What do you do?
Run towards the opposite direction.
Okay, which way? So the noise is coming from this way. Which way do you want to run?
Inside the doors.
Okay, you run inside the doors, and since I forgot about Fadeleem and the dwarves last session, so I finally put some pogs on the board for them here. I'm going to say they were exploring one of the little side tunnels when the feathered scorpions attacked earlier, so they got separated from you guys. Okay. You see... I'm
still playing catch up in my head where we are. I know that we went into tunnels to check something out, and then there was Froggies, and we became its master. And then...
Yeah, so you guys...
Somebody drowned.
Odin drowned.
So what happened last time was you guys had come up to the city of Lankerfan and found out that it was completely encompassed in this black dome. Right. And there was a group
we're doing the underground stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you guys are in the limestone caverns that are near the foundation of the city. Yeah, and you found this World Knot under here after escaping from some undead and blocking off their entrance.
So who were the dwarvy thingies that came with us?
So these guys came with you all the way from the 12 Duns, which is Dram's
they're the
hometown.
armorers.
Yeah, they're the armorers, right? Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, got it.
And then Fadelium is the soldier that you guys found on the way up there.
Okay, thank
That
you.
was from,
It
like,
was-
2
I
sessions
said,
ago.
I was trying to remember, and I haven't been here for a couple weeks, so.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so you guys see, so you got separated from them when the feathered scorpion attacked. You see Fadelium appear out of the tunnel on the other side of the bridge here. He's got a torch lit, and he's masking it with his shield in his other hand, so it doesn't make quite so much light. He's kind of stepping stealthily. He sees you guys, and he allows a little more torchlight to spread through the cavern. And he silently throws, Bronze, I guess, since you're standing on the bridge, he throws you a salute. And the dwarves peek out behind him a couple seconds later. And Fadelium, he trundles across the bridge. Actually, the dwarves are going to stay hidden back here for now. Fadelium trundles across the bridge to meet up with you, and he says, there's a room back there that's like an old greenhouse. There's like cracks in the ceiling where the sunlight's coming in, but I couldn't get up high enough to see through them. There's also like a path that goes back the other way. I didn't check it out yet.
The first question I'm going to ask is, why are you in a defensive position?
Are you looking at his bug? Are you talking
no,
about the fact that
you
he's
said
shielding
that
this
he
light?
has the light. You said that he had the light, and it was just shielding the light to make sure that it wouldn't go out.
Oh no, he says, well, we don't know how long it's going to take the thrall to get down here. I'd rather get the jump on them when they do.
Ah, okay. Well, there's a world knot over there
That I ran into.
He
that
says,
he ran into, and Ichabod went that way.
he says, what in the light's name is that? And Ichabod, you run into the room. So you're standing in the midst of this world knot, so you can see the 4 pillars like around the room here. And they're kind of like in the picture here, they're like straight up and down, but they're really like these kind of curved arching things. Let me see if I have a handout for you guys. This is what you guys see that?
Yep,
Guys, I think somebody
Okay,
broke this
that's it.
building.
That's what the handout looks like. That's what the world knot actually looks like. It's like these 4 curved, sort of looping
As
columns.
strange as this is, I've been playing Dragon Quest, and that's what one of the areas looks like.
Could be. I
Okay.
wonder if maybe they took inspiration from this game. Who knows?
Possibly. I basically tell them it's a like dumbed down version of it allows us to travel to places that are far away.
He says, "Great, so you can get us out of here."
We just don't know where they go.
But clearly
Um,
they don't go to Grandma's house.
Nope.
Okay, so what are you guys doing at this point?
You said there was a greenhouse that way, but they couldn't get up. And then we have the world knot over here.
Yep.
Over here. I know that asking Ichabod if he wants to go to the greenhouse, the answer is usually going to be no. So,
Ichabod doesn't even know what that is.
No. Listen, I think that the secret to handling it has to do with his fear, right? Because he's driven by his fear. So you just have to convince him that the place that you're going is less dangerous than the place that you're at. That's that's how you move Ichabod. Anyway.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
While we are in this area, I want the Flay guy to kind of go into details about the greenhouse, like were there materials, where there's anything growing, blah 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 blah.
He says, "Well, I'm not really an herbalist. I saw there was a couple crates and boxes and things lying around. There was a lot of overgrown plants, a lot of dead plants. I'm not sure if there's anything useful.
Okay. But you want to try to, but we're trying to figure out. Since this is an energy point, I would like to see if we can wait here until the other 2, 3, 12 catch up with us.
Okay. All right.
I was meditating and trying to figure out if maybe I can get into the dream world. I want to be a woofie.
All right. You gonna try to enter the dream world? Is that a move, or is that just something you're trying to?
I'm meditating at this point, like just trying to figure out if maybe there's some connection with my druidness that can allow me to. I said a woofie because you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But I'm just trying to meditate to see if maybe something that the elders can tell me. That's really it.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and roll me a what is it called? I'm blanking on the name of the move. What's the move where the perception check move?
Oh, discern realities.
Discern realities, thank you. Roll discern realities using wisdom.
Wisdom. I get one question.
Okay, you can ask one question of the spirits, the earth spirits that appear to you when you meditate, if you would like, or you can hold it for now.
I'm gonna hold it for now.
Okay. All right, let's go back to the other group. So you guys, the stone is getting hotter and hotter, and it takes a couple minutes, and the stone eventually starts to melt away. Let me see if I can. Okay. Are you guys able to move through there?
It's still blacked out.
So sorry, this is the group on the east side.
I can.
Okay. Zane, you can't see anything, did you say?
I mean, the only path I can see is from below.
Hold on, let me see what you're
like
seeing.
over here.
Okay. So you...
No, that's it. That's it. You have to squeeze yourself in there. It's a small corner.
Okay, so Zane...
I couldn't get my cog in right. I had to, like, move it until it squeezed in.
So Zane, I think the problem is I haven't given your character a light source. Are you carrying a light source?
I mean, I can see it with the others, but let me see if I have dark vision or anything.
Yeah, so this hallway is filled with the...
fire.
Yeah, so they're these kind of enchanted blue torches, think like ever-burning torches that are just in sconces along the hall here that are lighting up this hallway. So you can see clearly into this hallway, but the rest of the cave is dark.
Are they related to the ones that I absorbed? Remember when I went through that one thing and absorbed the...
Remember when I did this thing with the stuff?
Yes. Yeah, I think you're talking about Mazarin's tomb, right?
Yep, Mazarin's tomb.
Yep.
So shouldn't he have control of those?
So you could control them with Zuko style if you wanted to.
Zuko style. Do, 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 do. Never gonna
You really shouldn't be eating random fire.
Look at who we're talking about.
Especially not the black stuff.
They don't know the word of don't do something because it might hurt you. They're just like, oh, look.
All right, so we're going through. Are there beds here or shelves or something?
That is actually a stone bench that is in the hallway along one wall. Looks very old, but it's in really good shape.
Is there like streams here or something?
Streams? Where?
Oh, the weird blue lights make this kind of... They interact with my light and they make these weird glowy looks.
Oh no, yeah, that's just the way that as you guys head over to the west, you notice that there is a wavering yellow light that is coming through this set of doors, and you hear voices. What do you do?
Oh shit! Hide.
I'm going there, man.
Okay.
I hide behind him. I hide behind.
Dram, go ahead and make me. Dram, go ahead and make me defy danger decks if you want to hide.
Oh my god.
No, I'm gonna hide. When I saw he ran in, I was like, I'll hide behind him, and I just.
Okay, so you guys run in.
Chicken out of hiding. Chicken made me chicken out of hiding.
Okay, so a couple things are happening at once here. So let me first of all mention Varanza and Ichabod. You guys can hear the noise of the other half of the party somewhere down this hallway. So you know that they're nearby, and you see like the light from the brands from Dram's flames. It's kind of distinctive. Like, what's different about your flames, Dram, that they can like recognize it?
It's closer to the ley line stuff.
I'm gonna take inspiration from Dune 2, the movie. Do you guys remember Getty Prime? Do you remember the sun, the black sun? Did you guys see that?
I never watched any of the movies.
I don't watch movies.
It's okay, guys. It's all right. I was just it's all right. So it's black flame.
Don't guilt shame him for watching a movie.
Know,
Jesus.
dude. Well, it's not even that. It's just they're so excited about not watching movies. It's hilarious.
It's
so
do not.
So it's a black flame, but it emits white light that it reverses everything. So it makes everything negative, like a picture, like a negative on a.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Or photographs. So the light emitting from it's kind of changing everything around it, even though it doesn't go out that far, and wherever it doesn't touch is normal light. So everything looks a little black and white.
Okay, so you guys see that weird.
So I see this and I go,
mine's
look,
closer
the
to
idiots
blue.
Are here.
Yeah. Okay, so Jack, you round the corner, and you see someone that looks vaguely familiar to you. So you're in the room that they're in here is like it's like a nice marble tiled floor, and there's this very old ancient decor that kind of resembles some of the older buildings in Lankerfan, like the palace, for example. And the room that they're in, there's this guy here who's standing over what looks like a little mini like gilded jewelry chest on a pedestal in the middle of the room. And he's got the jewelry chest open and he's kind of rummaging through it. And you see that there's you see the glitter of gold inside. These guys, let's see. These guys, you can tell from the look of these guys that they're members of a criminal gang because they're all wearing kind of similar colored outfits. They all have this kind of like burgundy. They're sort of dressed in plain like street clothes, but when you see them all together, they all kind of have a burgundy motif to their clothing. And they're all they all have like bucklers, and some of them have swords at their hips. Some of them have like hand axes. And they look like the sort of crew that you hang out with back home. What do you do? They haven't noticed you. Well, you guys are making so much noise.
Hold on, I gotta finish this up just a second. 1 second. Had to put
It sounds like he grew up in 1950s Chinatown.
All right, you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
First intro here.
Who the hell do you think I am? Well, they certainly did not expect you. Take +1. Okay, so what are you loudly announcing exactly?
Get your hands off my treasure. You'll get your cut when I'm done with it.
Okay. They say, what do you mean you're cut? Who the hell are you? They're all, you see a couple more guys coming into view over here. They're all gathering around the doorway.
You idiots, collect the treasure. What are you stopping for? You'll get your cut when it's done. There's a whole bunch of those stupid dead things coming.
Okay, so you got
Get out of here before they come.
All right, so let me.
OMG, you just channeled Kurt Russell in Big Trouble in Little China so hard.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
All right, let me catch up with all the dice rolls here. Give me a second. Okay, so you got who the hell do you think I am? Dram, you rolled a 1, is that right? That doesn't. Okay, you did roll a 1.
I was trying to adjust my sheet, but I'll take the hit. What did I roll?
No, it's fine. If you didn't mean to do that, if you're just testing it,
it's fine. I'm trying to adjust the mobile sheet on my phone.
Okay, that's fine. So you get that old charm. And you got a 10 on that because you got +1 forward from the previous move. So what does that give you?
Oh, that lets me basically. It's equivalent of what do you call it? Hold on, what's 10? That'll charm. I got to do the whole thing here.
There you
It
go.
finds you likable enough not to immediately shut you down, and they will help you out if you do something helpful for them first.
Okay.
So I'm telling them that they need to keep doing what they're doing, but they got to hurry because there's enemies coming down the tunnel.
I say, who's coming?
Those dead things. They dug a hole underneath this, and they're right behind us.
The one in the front says, Bear, you better go look. And he says, show me where.
Well, they're a little bit further away. All
Okay.
right. Come with me. And we go around the corner. Oh, hey, Veranza.
Yeah. So you guys, so you come into this room. You see this familiar crew, and behind Jack is this dude you've never seen before.
Who the fuck is that?
Out of my way. He kind of shoulders past you roughly.
I look at I look at Jack.
They're a local crew. They're going to help us get back into the city with the loot that we just found so that we can use it to stop these dead things from coming.
Or you leave the loot and let the dead things keep it.
I like that idea too, but
Who
I
was
would
talking
like
about
it.
that? I'm sorry. Did I hear you? I didn't hear you. Why don't you just walk through that world knot there, buddy?
Okay, so there's a bunch of people standing in the world knot. It's not activating. Veranza, you notice that there is a diagram on the pillars of the world knot, and it has kind of 4 parts to it that go in a circle around the outside. And when you put the 4 parts together, it looks something like this.
Oh, so maybe it tells us where we're going.
You're going to a kindergartner's art classroom.
Yes, but what it's basically
Very
saying,
lightly drawn.
It's basically what it's saying is those circles are where we can get out.
That's correct. Yep.
So, I would like to. Okay, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to use my hold, and what here would be useful or valuable to me. I want to know which one we're at.
Okay, so yeah, so for meditating, you're obviously connected to the earth, and you feel. I put this on the map. You guys can see that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you feel most strongly connected to this one at the center here.
Got it. I said, all of a sudden, like, Jack kind of sees it happening, and Ichabod sees it happening, and I think Ichabod goes, oh shit, and Jack kind of goes, ooh, she has an idea. I go,
I thought I heard Dram fart, but that could have been the wind.
yeah, and I just go, it could have been in my ears too. And I go, I know where we are.
Yeah, you're underground, genius, says Bear.
I look at Bear and said, listen here, you unknown fucker. No, I won't do that. I was like,
That is
I'll turn
totally
to
a
him and
Veranza
go,
thing. You totally would.
I look at him and go, you're friends with Jack. Your opinion means nothing to me. And I turn back around. And I go, and I say, so if we're here, and if we come out here, then we should be able to get outside. Okay, we gotta go east, and then north, and then east.
Okay, which direction is that?
East. East, north, east. Because if I'm
That
looking
woman
at...
would stop yapping. You can hear the digging from over that way in the cave as I point to the direction we came from.
Okay, so Bear's following you, Jack, so go ahead and lead the way.
Yeah. Anyways, can't go too far. But have you ever been down here before, beyond this part?
He says, "Yeah, this is the way we." Well, actually, think about that for a second. No, he says no. He says we've been down here a few times. There's not much here.
Yeah, except for giant hungry spiders that like try to eat you.
Well, don't get eaten.
Yeah, well, I had to kill the spider to get not eaten. Anyways,
He killed one of those things. He does a double take.
Yeah, they're really ugly. It wasn't just me though.
I wave.
Don't ignore her. She's gonna go walk through that circle and she'll be free, and we'll all be saved.
You get scary friends. So go ahead, Jack, and go where you're gonna go.
The dwarves are shivering in a corner.
The dwarves are all checking out the circle with fascination. One of them comes over to Magnus.
Probably built it.
Magnus comes over to look at the diagram, Veranza, and he reaches out to run his hands over it. And when his finger touches the corner of it, the whole thing lights up. What do you do?
Sabotage.
Kind of, I like go wide-eyed and I go over to another corner to touch, or I go to another pillar to touch a corner.
Okay, so you see that section of the diagram also lights up?
No, not really.
What do you mean?
I don't see that the diagram. There we go. Because you were in the water.
Sorry. Yeah, so I'm showing you guys. I'm showing you the whole thing, but this is all one continuous diagram, but it's split between the 4 pillars.
Okay. So then I look at the other dwarves and go, touch the pillars, touch the pillars.
We shouldn't be doing that in public.
They all scramble to go touch the pillars.
It's almost like it was fate that we had 4 dwarves we had to save.
So they go touching the pillars. So I'm going to say Magnus, the one in front of you, Veranza, puts his hand like in the middle of the diagram. Give me a ping where his hand ends up.
Like, he puts his hand in the middle of the diagram?
Yeah, like he puts his hand on the diagram.
Little circle.
They're more like dwarves.
I would
Because
say
they're helping open the door.
How do I ping again?
Just hold down the mouse
Just
like this.
hold.
The left mouse.
Right there.
Okay, so you could. Okay. These 6 people, Jack, all disappear, and there's a swirling vortex in the center of the room where they were once standing.
We just sent them somewhere.
Yeah, you guys went somewhere. Bye.
So
we went as well.
Can we go?
No.
So Veranza is not. So the 4 dwarves, Fadelim and Ichabod, have all gone.
I'm sorry, Ichabod.
Oh shit! I jump in.
Even their leader?
I jump in. Can I jump in like backwards?
Yeah, you could. You gotta jump in. You gotta jump in.
I shoot middle fingers.
Okay. Drem, you jump into the vortex.
I jump in backwards.
I go, that was cool, and I go as well.
Okay, Veranza jumps in.
My curiosity for this, like, Earth-like stuff is just, like, it's almost as bad as Dram and Jack's need to fight shit.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys all disappear through the portal. So Jack, you see all these guys disappear, and the bear's like, what in the light is that?
We better get the stuff quick.
Yeah, he's gonna edge very carefully around the outside of the columns. Is that safe? He's looking at you from the other side of the portal.
It'll wait for now. Hurry up.
All right. Bear comes running back to his other goons over here, and he's like, hey guys, they opened some kind of magic portal. And this guy's like, what? What the hell are you talking about? And they all come to look.
Incredible treasures, guys.
they're all looking at you.
That we're doing things. This is a guaranteed way out. Let's go.
Okay.
So I'm totally conning these people to go along with me.
Okay, so Jack, you jump into the portal?
Yep.
Okay. So Zane, you're left alone with 4 total strangers here. And they look at you and they look at each other and they're like, we better not leave the treasure. And they head back to this room. What do you do?
I mean, I'm just glad that I see the other of the crew visibly on the other side of the room, so he's just going to go there.
So actually, everybody else in the room is gone. You're the only one. You're the only player there. Yeah. You see a swirling blue portal in the center of the room, and you heard there's kind of a sound like when they jump into the portal. There's like a whoosh that happens.
I look at Lane.
Stargate. It's a Stargate, bro.
Essentially, yeah.
I look at Lena and just say, I know this is going to be stupid. But, oh well. Let's go.
Okay, you jump through the portal.
Right in.
If there's one thing we can be sure of, it's gonna be stupid.
So you actually... Zane, you step into the center of the portal, and nothing happens. Jack, we'll get back to that in a second. Jack, Veranza, Ichabod, and Thalim and the dwarves, you guys all appear somewhere, and it's very disorienting. There's this like sudden oppressive heat that just bears down on you, and there's this smell of dust in the air, and there's this kind of metallic scent everywhere, and you look out over an unfamiliar plain, a place that you guys have never been before, and to the south of you, there, some miles in the distance, you see a river running through the desert. To the north of you, about let's say a quarter day's march away, there is an enormous mammoth steel and marble and brass city. What do you do?
I just stand there in awe.
I am in the void.
And I am like, A, White Tower. B,
let me see if I can pull up an image of that city real quick. You guys
like,
are...
I'm literally just sitting there like...
Ichabod just like self-actualizing. I am in the void.
No, I'm literally looking at a black screen right now.
Same.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yes, absolutely
that's
nothing.
okay. That's my fault. I put you guys in the GM later. I don't have a map for this location anyway, so...
That's okay. You're in the void. I got you. Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't existential.
It wasn't an existential crisis, at
This
least.
is Dram Stoker's flame took over.
So actually, I have a partial map for this location, but I don't have the completed map imported into Roll20 because I wasn't expecting you guys to go here at this point.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to post a screenshot in a minute or two here. You guys notice, though, as you're standing in this shimmering portal, and it continues to kind of shimmer. There's like a blue shimmer that lingers in the air around you guys. And you notice, you hear like there's this vibration in the ground that seems familiar to you somehow, this like deep rhythmic vibration.
Me?
All of you guys.
It feels like it's... So it feels like something that is... Oh my god, is it the trees?
You don't see any trees in sight.
It's not my... But it does
some ways to the southwest of you, there is an area that looks like darkened, like once there were trees there. It's kind of like a swampy... It almost looks like the Dire Marsh.
But
Right,
does
we're gonna find
the
more weird people
rumblings
here.
feel like what the trees did?
Sort of, yeah.
So I see pretty tower where I could get information, or I see marshies where I can get information.
Right, and then there's a river that leads down into the marsh.
Are we in 2 rivers?
Did we cross the streams?
Don't cross the streams.
So is Jack there?
Yes.
All right. How long does this take before Jack's probably going to go back and try to get Zane and the rest of the loot?
Okay, so right now you guys are just standing in the portal. Like you're literally in the center of the blue swirling energy. Nothing's happening.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to have the portal bring me back.
Okay, how do you do that exactly?
Well,
He
I think
moonwalks
it's like
out
fire.
of it.
I'm going to try to control it to go back. I must have done something on the way here. I didn't succeed, but who knows?
Okay, yeah, so Zuko style is not going to affect this because it's not fire magic.
What do I do to go through it?
You have to hit the 4 pillars and then touch the gate that we were at.
It is not as complicated as it sounds.
Well, Dram's here, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we don't have Zane here, or Lex, or whatever his character's name.
There's no
Right, he's
character
on the
named
other.
Zane.
His character's name is yeah, but he's on the other side of the portal, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Well,
Can we get these dwarves to open it again?
This is what the city looks like. Can you guys see that?
Ah, so we're in Minecraft. Got it.
Yeah, I mean it's cheesy old fashioned 3D graphics, but that's kind of the general shape of it. There's these brass and sandstone structures that jut up high into the air, and they seem like normal buildings at first, but the more you look at it, Veranza, especially you, because you're like a survivalist,
Right.
and you're sitting there like looking over the plain, gauging the distance, and these structures are enormous. Like there's one of those little archways, like the one that leads up to the temple in the center. That archway is 30 feet tall, you figure, roughly.
Jeez. So I'm like looking at it and going, let's get Zane, and then I want to go play in the city.
Okay, so what do you guys do to get Zane exactly?
We basically do the reverse of what we did.
Okay.
We get a really big hammer.
So what I want to do is I want to have the 4 dwarves
Okay,
in the corners.
okay, since I don't have a map of that location, I'm going to put you guys back on this map temporarily. So show me where you want to put everybody.
Okay, well, I need to be back on the thingy. Ooh, I made myself very small. Sorry. I lost myself. So dwarf here, dwarf here, dwarf here, dwarf here.
Okay, what about everybody else?
I'm going to stay here.
Okay. Balim steps over with you.
Yep.
What about the other 3, Jack?
Ichabod, where would you like to go?
Probably the opposite wall.
Okay. And then I would like frickin' Frack to stand in the middle.
Okay. The blue vortex continues glowing around them. The pillars and the diagrams are already lit. If the dwarves touch them, there seems to be no effect.
Okay, then Are the pathways highlighted?
Yeah, so the pathway that's highlighted, let me see. The pathway that's highlighted goes like this. As the drawing's not working, hold on.
You're using dial-up maps.
I know.
So you see it. There you go. So you see the path. The path that's highlighted looks like that.
I tell this one, hey, can you touch that one?
He says, "I'm touching it. It's not doing nothing.
Like
Still glowing."
It's just that one.
Yeah. What do you do? Zane, on your end, looking at the pillars, you see that path is also highlighted. I'll put you in the room so you can see. So this.
Yeah, I suddenly got out of the room. Like, well.
Yeah, I moved you so I could put those guys in there. Sorry.
But I see that in real time, right?
Push that button.
Yeah, so you see he pushed. So those two circles are already lit up. When you push on it, nothing happens.
Can Zane, since he been hearing it from the other side that they've been fiddling with the pillars, can Zane like touch the pillar that's going?
Yeah. So you touch the pillar, and you try touching various different points in the diagram on the pillar, and that same path continues glowing. What do you guys do? Then you can hear the guys in the other room rummaging around, still like gathering up treasure and putting it in sacks.
So this isn't working, huh?
No.
We need to get some insight, right, from my god or something. I'm gonna meditate and use one of my my fucking foresight abilities. Let me find it.
Okay. Okay, you stare into sources of fire looking for answers. Let's see. We'll give you good detail. Okay, so you see you peer into the flames, and what you see is a knowledge that is summoned up from within you from your contact with the Total Codex. It is a vision of the future. And in this vision, you see that there is a group of soldiers of the Legion, along with a man in these strange, like very heavy brown robes covered with like steel plates that kind of clank on the front and back as they hang down his robe. And he carries with him, I want to say shovel, but it's not quite a shovel. It's this kind of scepter that's sort of shovel shaped. And he has with him the book. You could see that he's carrying the Total Codex. And he is moving with this group of legionnaires and dwarves. And he stands before a world knot, not the world knot that you guys are at, but a different world knot somewhere else in the world. And he touches the pillars like you guys have done and activates the runes. You can't see from the vision what the path is that he's chosen. But you see that he activates the runes, and a group of the legionnaires form up and they step into the portal, and your vision follows them as they travel through the lines of power deep beneath the earth, and they appear somewhere else. And that other place is a sunlit, ruined coliseum with great marble pillars and walls on all sides. And you see the legionnaires. You see from like the point of view of one of the legionnaires as he appears suddenly in this place, and sees immediately there's a group of thrall about 50, 60, 70 yards ahead of him, and they're up on high on like the sides of the Colosseum. There are soulless, and they start hurling javelins down into the group of soldiers even as they're arriving through this gate. And the person that you are seeing through the eyes of in the vision shouts, "Ambush! Get clear of the dot!" And they all start to scatter and rush into the battle with this group of undead. And the vision ends there. What do you do?
He said get clear of the dot.
Get clear of the knot.
Oh, get
Is
away
that-
from the knot. Get away from the world knot.
Right, get clear of the knot. I think that's the hint. The hint is it has to do with the function of the world knot. We're doing something wrong.
Maybe
No, it can't do anything with us in the center of it. It's got to reset.
Yeah.
Right. So we get out of the center of it.
So go ahead and move how you want to move.
Dram.
Jerem, are you moving?
I'm sorry. No, I'm not at my computer at the moment.
Okay.
You can move.
I'm going to assume you move over. Okay, so the second Dram,
move away.
the second Dram steps out from between the pillars, the magic vanishes. The glowing, swirling vortex disappears, and the world knot on the end that you guys are on goes cold and dark. The pillars no longer glow. Zane, on your end, you see that the portal disappears and the diagram is no longer lit up, but the pillars still glow with power. What do you do?
Weird shit's happening, and I don't know what's going on. Can I do some sort of discern realities, like trying to
Absolutely.
remember like
Actually,
what they were saying on the other side of the room, like
Yeah,
when Veranza was ordering the.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and roll discern realities.
And I'm at command from Lena, my animal companion, to help.
Okay. I mean, the owl doesn't. I don't think it understands English except for the commands that you give it. I don't know if it's going to be much help in this.
Let him live his dream.
Okay, yeah. You got a 12. Go ahead and ask your questions.
I guess. God dang it. Okay, can I say what happened here recently as what was touched recently in like an order, like in terms of heat?
Yeah. So you think from the sounds, the voices that you heard in the room, that the dwarf that activated the diagram was in this corner over here, which is the top right part of the diagram.
Can I touch the top part of the diagrams?
Yeah. Where exactly do you want to touch?
Since they didn't specify at the moment, I'm going to say up here. Since it's the map, right?
Yeah.
I
didn't see where you clicked. Go ahead. You gotta. Okay. All right. You touch there, and the portal opens again. And you see that same line appear as before, drawing, halfway around the outside of the circle. You step through.
Well, no place to better, right, Lena? As she scoffs and they enter.
All right, you step through. So you guys, a couple seconds go by, and you start to worry, and you guys start to look at the diagrams, and then the portal suddenly flares to life again, and Zane appears in your midst, stepping out of the world knot.
A new challenger appears.
All right.
I jump and high five him.
Well done. Okay, so what do you guys do?
We go to
Did
the
we
brass, marble,
hear-
and steel city.
Sure.
Did Dram tell us about everything that he saw?
In the vision?
Yeah.
I mean, I assume so, Dram, unless you want to hold something back.
No, I guess not.
Okay. Yeah, so
Now,
you...
I want to verify that when the vision that he saw, where were the thrall coming from?
So the thrall were coming from... They were waiting in ambush around the area where the world knot was situated, which was this big marble, like, sort of Colosseum type area.
Okay.
It doesn't look like the area immediately around you guys.
Oh, so like in that vision, they were immediately there.
They were already there when the party arrived through the world
so
knot.
they're
Yeah.
not here. They're not there now. So we
Right.
know that.
No, we're in a different place.
No, I think we're in the same place, but at a different time.
No, I think they were. If I'm not mistaken, I think that vision was just another time the world knot was operated.
Correct.
Not here. Like just another time there was another, because the world knot is it's like a system of gates,
Right,
right?
but
Like
they-
gates.
But
And
didn't the vision have the same buildings and everything that were?
no.
No, so it's a completely different...
That's
yeah.
where I
A
was.
different place.
That's where
Yeah,
I
it
was
wasn't-
confused. Sorry.
Not the same connection as us. Yeah, no, I was looking for that same connection initially when he was explaining, and then I kind of realized
Yeah.
that it was not the same place at
Thank
the
you.
end. This is the Coliseum.
Yeah, you're correct. No, it is not the same place.
Okay.
So, in fact,
well, it's now that everybody is here, we'll take a vote. I'll be like, we'll take a vote. Do you want to go into marshy boom booms or really big city of brass?
Yeah, let's do the brass. Let's do the brass city.
I will say, actually, Dram, just to add a little bit of fluff, you know that not only is the place not there, but the place that you saw in the vision doesn't even exist yet. It hasn't been built.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead. What were you guys doing?
Well, he said brass. I say brass.
Okay, so you guys are heading to the city of Brass.
I don't know what everybody else said.
You guys start heading down the hill, heading towards the city. And you see as you're approaching, you come within I'm gonna say 500 feet, and you get down low enough to kind of where you can like see through the gate instead of looking at a weird oblique angle over the wall. And as you're rounding, coming through in sight of the gate, you see that this great brass gate,
Get out of there.
this great brass
Sorry.
double gate swings open, and there is a trow iron giant pushing through the gate on the other side, and it emerges and stands and holds the one half of the gate open, and another trow emerges and stands and holds the other half of the gate open. And there is a procession of trow soldiers, all in this great iron armor, that comes marching out through the gate. What do you do?
That sounds awful. Or are they civilized? Am I misunderstanding something here?
Let me.
Is this like the trow the trow faction that's not like monsters? I don't understand.
These guys. This is what it looks like. It's the same creature that accompanied Moagim, or something in the same armor anyway.
Yeah. So that's awful, right? For us.
Yes.
For you, I was hiding the last time we found one.
No, right. I just mean to say that it's not a good sign. It's a bad sign.
Yeah. So you guys, they're heading down the path in your general direction. What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, we're probably gonna want to hide. I think, right? We're not fighting these giant monsters, right?
Okay. Yeah. So somebody
We
give
need
me
to regroup. Clearly, the brass city was not what we thought it was, right?
somebody give me a Defy Danger Dex.
I'm on
Not
it.
I.
All right. So Zane, you find a good hiding spot. What is that hiding spot like?
What's the look of the general location, by the way?
So the gate was up on a big hill overlooking this city, basically. But the area around is like sloping badlands and cracked, scorched, dry earth.
I guess the same general idea when we hidden from Mulligan. Just find a crack that's big enough to house all of us, or like a ravine or some sort.
Okay, yeah. So you guys slip into one of these little ravines and little cracks in the ground, and you slip down and you watch this patrol of Trow Iron Warriors slowly thundering by, and the weight of their steps is such, and their steps are so synchronized that it makes your bones rattle as they pass by. And as they're passing, you guys look around down in this ravine. You notice there are tracks in the dust at the base of the ravine. They don't look like they're a little bit smaller than the Trow iron boots you figure, but not much.
How tall or big are the trow again?
I want to say they're like 20 feet.
Oh, so they're a challenge.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, really? I'm glaring.
At whom's?
At Jack. He wants to fight these
Oh, I'm not
things.
sure. Where are we?
We're hiding in a ditch by the brass castle because these warlike trouds are on patrol.
Yeah, but that doesn't tell us where are we.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
Random ditch number 5 outside of some random castle.
So you guys want to make a move of some kind to try to figure it out?
Well, I'm looking at Veranza. She's got to have the answer.
I am way too high for this trivia.
Okay, well, no, that's not. It's not trivia, guys. We're hiding because we're regrouping because we're trying to figure
Oh
out.
no, I understand that, but where are we though?
Oh, like
Like
in
on
the
the map?
world?
On the
Like
map?
Like
where
in the
are we in the
world.
world?
The
I don't
trow are
know.
I
north
don't.
and west, aren't they?
Yeah, but the world knot doesn't give us like map directions, right? Like, is there
Yeah.
something? There must be markings on the world knot itself, maybe, that tell you where it is in the world. I imagine it might have something like that, right? Because there's a lot.
Well,
It's a network.
didn't she look at the map?
I said that there was the map. I said, oh, maybe we should go. I said, we're doing this. One of the dwarves is the one that hit the button and just went, yay.
Right, we're lost in the middle of nowhere.
Well, the dwarves are with us, right?
Well, one thing's for sure. One thing's for sure. Moagim is nowhere near here, right, at the moment. He's
That's a pretty
chasing us
safe bet.
down, right? He's chasing us down. He'll be here eventually, and at the same time, we still need to crack the problem of getting through his armor.
Yeah.
So maybe I get we just came through the portal to come here. Like he said, he didn't even expect us to come here. So this is like, do we want to spy maybe a little bit now that we're here? Just see what these trow are up to. Can we get the bird involved? Can we get like some? Can we mobilize some like spy ideas so we can
I
like
can
see what they're doing? Let's not go in, but let's check it out.
Okay, I can shift.
Okay, go ahead and shift.
Gotta get it up. Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, what are you shifting into?
As a druid, I will use my knowledge to know what is a native bird around here.
Okay, probably a vulture drake is your best bet because they're pretty much all over the desert. They're migratory.
Okay. So I'm gonna shift into one of those and kind of walk away from the group a little bit so that if like it makes a noise that triggers them, it's not near our group.
Okay.
And then I will just kind of do like a perimeter check.
With Lena's stealth, can I stealthily aid you with my animal companion?
I think so because like
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll
because
your
what I can
bond.
also do is this. I
Take one or plus one or minus two of your choice. You also expose yourself to danger.
Okay, so the two of you guys, so the vulture drake and the owl both go up in the air, and you kind of circle around the city. And between the two of you guys, you get a map where you get an overview of the city. This is what it looks like.
okay.
Ignore the blue arrow part. That's just like a tactical diagram from some mission in the game that's not relevant here.
Tactics. All right. I transcribe, like, we basically transcribe it and give it to the guys who would be like our best person to understand like where certain things are in the city.
So I think a spout lore probably would make the most sense.
Right, but who in our group would be the best?
Like, is it intelligence or wisdom?
It'd be intelligence for spout lore.
I can do wisdom, but not intelligence. So yeah,
I can
it's up to
do
you guys.
wisdom or intelligence.
I have a 0 for wisdom and a -1 for intelligence.
I have a 2 for intelligence and a 3 for wisdom.
Somebody give me a roll.
Of spout lore?
Yeah. Okay. Jim will only tell you something interesting. It's on you to make it useful. So you figure out from looking around Veranza, you think that river, that dark area to the south of you guys is in fact the Dire Marsh, and that the river that's some miles south of you is the Gower River, and that would put. Oops, not mean to move the entire board here, and that would put you guys at the city of Rhiannon. Which is deep in Trow territory on the northern end of the map here.
Yeah.
Looking over, getting an overview of the city, you can see that there's the biggest kind of most notable feature is the temple at the center, which is a temple to the Trow sun deity. Or is it? Hold on. Sorry, it's not a temple of sun deity. It's not a sun deity. It's the goddess Nyx, who is the enemy of weird.
The enemy of weird?
Yes, so this is a temple to the dark, in other words.
Oh.
And it's this huge sandstone building at the center, towards the center of the city. In the diagram, you can see it's actually the north edge here.
I want to destroy it. Cause a rebellion.
You can see as you're flying over it that there is, particularly you, Veranza, you recognize that there is arcane magic that shimmers around the temple in a great globe.
Oh, it's Okay. That's not good. All right.
But unlike the Lankerfan, it doesn't encompass the entire city.
But it's okay, so it's like a protection spell for the city, but it's not over the whole city.
Right, it's a protection spell for the temple specifically.
Now, is it the same arcane magic that would have done for Lankerfan?
It is not. It is very obviously like a different type of power. Well, actually, I'm gonna say we'll call it another spout lore.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So, it's definitely not the same kind of magic. The magic that was used in Lankerfan, you couldn't see the top of it because of the swirling ash fiends that were cloaking the city, and trying to get in from all sides. But you saw the shield from underneath because of that trapdoor that you guys found in the cave complex. And it looked to be magic of a similar type to what Moagim possessed. This is an entirely different form of magic. You could tell that the lines of power are different. It's more chaotic. It's more kind of ominous. It sort of spiders off in all different directions, in a way that the other magic didn't.
All right. So icky yucky. Got it. What is the closest? I am way too here. Okay. How how long would it take us to get to here?
To Avernus, I'm gonna say that's about like a 4-day trip, probably.
4 day?
Yeah.
I'm just making because I'm calculating this as I'm seeing it going on, right?
Yep.
So I kind of know where we are, and I'm like, all right, it'll take us like 4 days if we just decide not to do anything, or we could do this, this, and this, and all right. All right, I'm gonna come back to the group. I'm going to stay in my shape-shifting form to freak out Ichabod and give my information out as a talking vulture.
Already.
And I'm going to let the guys know, it's like, hey, we're in Ryanon. This is Ryanon. I go, Avernus is a 4-day travel from here to the southeast. However, there's some icky yucky power that's cloaking the temple in here.
Well, all hope is lost.
Wait,
No
we're
point
up
going there.
north? We're super up north in that.
Yeah.
Hey, sunk cost philosophy. We don't have to stay here. We know how to operate the gate. We can just go back to where we started and
Yeah.
keep exploring there, and not be here because this was more like like it's a gate.
Yeah.
Like it's a train system. We took the train to the wrong stop. You know, it's like that episode where Q sends the
Oh yeah.
Enterprise to the Borg.
Yep.
Like this is really, but this is like high level stuff that we probably don't want to mess with right now.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I'm fine with like cutting losses and like
Yeah, I'm fine with cutting losses
but it's up to you. But it's up to you guys.
and then that was my last thing. I was going to be like, or we could go back and take the train to a different station.
Or we could just explore the temple completely. We didn't explore the whole thing. Right? The one that
But
we
there
were
were
the map.
Thrall coming after us.
Yeah, there always is, right? But like but I mean that temple that we were in, we were there because we were looking for answers to to Moagine. Here we're kind of like it's like outside of the purview of that.
I
Okay.
At
mean,
least
we were at the temple just so we can go back towards, the city, but
Yeah,
mm,
my thought was is that this was a teleportation system. I screwed it up in my head meta, like not the character. Like in my head, I went, "Oh, I think that this is like a train station for the city," not thinking world not. And so I was like, "Oh, I thought this was going to be like it'll take us to the northern part of the city, not the northern part of the world." That was V's fuck up.
Not an entirely unreasonable assumption.
yeah,
Uh,
and it's okay. It's not a big deal.
Oh
We can
yeah.
just
okay.
But I'm just saying that was the reason, but what we could do is we can
questions.
just go back and
Yeah,
continue from where we were.
yeah, yeah.
Fadeleem,
Let's
Avoid
just
all
go
the
back.
spoilers.
as you guys are discussing this, Fadeleem, kind of he looks. The coast is clear to once the Trow have patrolled out of view. He makes sure he's not going to get spotted, and he kind of creeps up the hillside. And he touches the diagram on the side of one of the pillars, and he looks down to you, and he kind of mouths something that's a little hard to see from where you guys are, but he points like he kind of mouths something at you, and he does it like a gesture, like he makes a very obvious gesture, like pressing on the pillar. He's pressing on the diagram, and nothing happens. What do you do?
Well, don't we have to activate it again?
Well, it's not glowing like the other one was.
Um, but was it weren't there like they had to touch the pillar at certain points to get it to activate?
Right, but yeah. So you guys could go up and study it. You find that it's not powered.
It's not powered.
Yeah.
Can flame that you stole. Can you make said flame and see if it will power it up?
Somebody want to give me a roll for that?
Is that for Jack or me? I'm
That's
not.
Jack. Didn't Jack like
Jack stole the
absorb?
flame. Yeah.
Yeah, Jack stole the flames from the Moagini thingy, like or something.
I told him not to eat them.
He doesn't listen to me.
I think Jack's AFK.
I think he's muted. Trying to figure out how to unmute himself on his phone.
We said in
I
chat
think-
he's helping move furniture.
yes, yeah.
All right, so he's gonna start working on summoning that power while you guys are figuring out, or I guess checking around the area. I'm gonna say it's gonna take him a while so that we can give him time to get back.
Can I also use my second hold?
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn into a meerkat.
Okay, so you have
Those
to.
are very.
If you're taking a new form, you got to roll again. You can't use multiple holds from the same roll on different shapes.
Son of a fuck. Okay. Fine. Two.
Okay, you got two.
So I'm going to meerkat because those are very deserty type rodent.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of burrow underground to see if I feel any magically power source.
I'm gonna say yeah. So you dig down under the ground, and I guess how far are you willing to dig?
I guess 20 feet.
Okay. You dig down through like the sandy soil here. It's like a little bit tough going at first because it's so like hard baked. Well, it's not really sand. I guess it's like hard baked earth, but you get through that kind of upper crust, and you penetrate down, and you start to find some layers of like compressed rock and moisture. And you know that from your experience as a druid studying the earth that there was once a great body of water here.
Ah. So we had to flood it. I come up to the surface, and in meerkat form, I stand on top of Ichabod's head, and I advised the group that we have to somehow channel the river to flood this.
Looks towards how far the freaking nearest body of water is, which is probably this, right?
Well, the marsh, I think, would be a water source, wouldn't it?
Oh, he's got water
Yeah,
he
so
can
so you guys are the marsh is on the other side of the deep, which is this kind of lagoon here. So that
Right.
the lagoon would be the nearest body of water. It's it's quite a distance. I'm gonna say it's like 12, 15 miles.
Okay. So the only way that we can power it is by making it think that it's being powered by water.
Is that really the case?
Who's good at making water sounds?
Gurgle, 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 gurgle. Well, and I say, well, this used to have a huge body of water around here.
Yeah,
Take your word for it. It looks pretty dry here.
yeah. At one point, this entire stretch of plain was underwater. Like this whole. That was all underwater at one point in the past.
So I wonder if the element that it's missing, because, oh, god damn, that means we gotta go murder the temple. Ugh.
I mean, that's much more realistic than artificially creating a body of water in our current location.
Yeah, we would have to, because this was a thing, and now icky, yucky, bad people are here that worship the darkness. There's no water.
Or there were some really thirsty giants.
You know?
Fair.
Those iron trolls can't be
It's
rusting
a
over, you know?
it's a thirst trap. All right, I guess this means we gotta go do some shit. So maybe we should try to break in stealthily, fail at that, and then end up fighting everything head on.
I mean, that's always the plan.
So you guys are gonna try to sneak into Rhiannon?
I mean, we can try.
I hate everyone.
That always been the plan for any encounter we we do.
I'll put the
Yeah,
map up
just
again.
like go.
I am
At
warning
this
everybody. The
point-
first sign of danger, I am running away.
So which
At this point, I'm this is kind of normal. Anyways,
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
map
I
that
mean,
we
like,
crudely
and then I
made,
kind of go and I look at them. I said, two options: murder the thing in the temple, or let's GTFO down to Avernus.
I mean, walking
Did we figure out
is
where we were at?
good.
Yes.
Also,
Hi. Welcome back.
yeah. I see her.
If you pull out the map, it says you are here.
What was the question you guys were asking for Jack again?
Oh, first the one I wanted Jack to do, it doesn't seem like it would work. I
The
was
power the
like I wanted
no.
to see if his flame could power up the thing, but then we're realizing that it's powered by water. So
Yeah, me and water don't do as good.
yeah, I know. Great help.
I mean,
Alright,
you
so-
almost drowned, so.
Jack, did you want to try releasing flames into it?
Sure.
Okay.
Is that Zuko style?
I think that'd be
Or
Zuko
is
style,
that,
and this you would be
Is it burning brand first, right?
this would be releasing the flames that you gathered from the Temple of Mazarin was what they were trying to do.
Okay. All right.
Really?
See for that. Hold on a second.
So that would be Zuko style, I think.
Zuko
I have a
style. Okay.
kitty.
Okay. So I'm going to say you feed a trickle of flame into one of the pillars, and you see it slowly start to light up. You can operate this thing using the flame from the Temple of the Crypt of Mazarin, but you know that it's going to take a lot of power. Once you've operated this gate, it's going to discharge that flame, so you'll lose access to that power after a single use of the gate. You still want to activate it?
Sure. That's going to take a lot out of me, boys and girls. I'm not sure I'll be able to do this again unless we find another gate to suck dry. But here we go.
Okay, so you start feeding that eerie blue ghostly flame, and it flows around the circle of the world knot and travels up the spines of all the pillars, and all of the runes come to life, just like the one you found down in the caves. And which icon are you pressing on the diagram here?
That's up to Baranza.
The one that we were at before.
Okay,
Which
so
I
You said you
believe
saw the link to one of
was
them, whatever.
Top or bottom, though?
there.
all right. So you're gonna press that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So the path lights up just like before, and the gate swirls open. Everybody step through.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sure enough,
Where you go?
you guys are back in the tunnels beneath Lankerfan. And as soon as you guys step out of the center of the world knot, the portal disappears. But the pillars here are still glowing.
Right.
We should probably seal this place.
Who knows how to block a door with a really big explosion?
Why?
You actually find when you guys get back in there, these guys are like looking around the room, studying the pillars, trying to figure out where the hell you guys went. And you guys just show up and they're like, they all draw their swords at the same time.
We come in peace, I think.
Did you guys collect the treasure?
Rohan says, yeah, we got it. And they were all holding these big heavy sacks that clink as they move around.
All right. Well, we got to try to. So there's a room on the far side. Did you guys come through the trap door?
He says, yeah, we should head back up into the city. We've been down here for a few days, but I think we're done here.
All right. So let's see here. Hold on a second. I gotta get a name. What is her name? Oh, Yulia. Is it Edgard the Skunk?
Yes, That's the name of your guy back in Gower.
Gower, that's far away though. But was it Lady Lyria?
Lady Lyria Dracarn was the person you were dealing with, yeah.
Yeah, Crow Lord, right?
Lyria was not a Crow Lord, that was a different character.
Oh, I have a Crow Lord. Or is it Crow Lord Brannick? No, it says Librarian. Okay. Anyways, let's get out of here, guys and boys and girls.
Over to the right.
To the right.
To the right, to the right.
As you guys are exiting, Zane would carry some of the benches from the inside and just try to block this door so that people coming from this side doesn't get it in easily.
One second.
Now, wouldn't breaking the bridge be easier?
I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I just want people not to enter the door and
Okay, sorry.
not think much.
Sorry, which door are you blocking? And from which side?
This one from the inside, so that people
Okay.
from the
You're dragging the bench out of the hallway back there and blocking this door with it? Okay. All right, I've locked the door. It now has a bench in front of it. I didn't make the bench mobile, but it's there. Okay, what now?
He
Let's
said
go
to
up
the
the
right.
city, boys and girls.
Okay.
Wow, it's so bright now. What the heck?
You start heading back this way. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to grab you, Zane.
I mean, we are all heading to the same direction.
Yeah. Okay, they come out here. And Rohan climbs the stairs here, followed by one of the other guys. The other two are looking down from below, and Rohan sees the glow over the trapdoor, and he's like, "Oh, that's weird." And he starts like running his hands over the trapdoor, but he can't make contact with it with his hand. It's like, what the hell is this?
Happening?
Wait, don't tell me you boys have been down here long enough that the army has.
What army?
You've been down here for like a week.
He says, "Yeah, we've been living out of the king's chambers. It's been grand. But what the hell is this?"
Well, this is called the field they put up to keep the smoke of the dead out of the city.
How did you guys get down here? Is there another way out?
Oh, shit. All right, what can we do?
Can I
let's discern
head
realities
over?
on that.
Can I head over the stairs and try to push my hand over the trapdoor as well?
Yeah, you can put your hand over it. The field prevents you from interacting with the trapdoor.
I look towards the others in the party and shake my head no.
Okay, and sorry, Jack, did you say you were doing something? Go ahead, V.
Well, Jack's not the smartest, twig on the earth, So he looks at Varanza.
All right. I'm going to discern realities.
That's a good one.
Okay, go ahead. What are you looking at or looking for specifically?
Disengage in the trapdoor.
Okay. Rohan says, so you gotta hold your dice on that one. So there's no way you can disengage it from here.
Okay.
Yeah, but can't you call on the earth or some kind of elemental to open the door?
A spout lore will tell you more about the magic if you like.
Can I muscle it open?
You could try, but you're just gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, because you can't even hit it.
So
it's not allowing us to touch it.
Varanza, you know that this magic is similar to the magic that Moagim wielded, and Moagim's magic was created by an artifact called the Rod of Kaliach. And you can be fairly confident that there's also an artifact that's powering this magic.
Okay, so I had to say, let's, we're gonna have to search the cavern for a way out. There's something that we need to destroy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say pull over or something, but all right.
Rohan, while you guys are talking, he says, Bear, go get the other guys. And they head off. And a minute later, the one guy that went off comes back with 2 more guys. And they're all like, what's going on?
All right. Well, even Jack knows that if you destroyed the field, it would be far worse for the city than us just walking out the other way fast and fighting all the other dudes.
Okay.
I mean, I asked this guard-like people, is there like any other way inside the city except this?
Well, there might be a way here. Between I got Oda may have drowned, but we got a sword. Let's see if that can make a little, just a hole in the field so we can get through.
The sword that Mogim had that we stole. Okay.
Yeah. There's no way he's taking that with his party out of here. He can disappear, but the sword stays.
I mean, he said that he leaves it with us.
Yeah. So the sword is magical, but it is not of the caliber of the Kaliach. So it doesn't make a dent in the field.
Well, I do have one last chance here, because there is a sword that is of the same. I'll have to ask Balmung if he would see if he knows anything about this.
If you're gonna use Balmog, Zane is going to get the fuck out of this.
Probably gotta back up.
Yeah, so you draw the sword. Everybody, the party members start backing up, and the other gang members are all looking at him like, "What's going on? What's that?" And then they kind of just start backing up too, just because they're pretty quick on the uptake. And you get Jack. I'm going to move you over to the stairs if that's okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So you draw that, and everybody backs up away from you, and you're out there. And you draw Balmung, and what do you say to Balmung?
Balmung, do you recognize this? Is it kin to you?
Balmung looks, and he says, it is a power that I have not seen for many years. The power of the Ibis crown.
The Emperor wears it.
He says it was a gift to the emperors of old from the Kaliach. There's the Ibis crown.
We can contact him. It's no good if he withdraws the thing. Do you think you could form a resonance with it and let him know or something like that? Does it cover the whole city? If the gates open, will the army be able to go out? Do you have any memories of fighting underneath such a field?
He says the Kaliach once wielded these great magics in war. They were he says he starts to actually rattle off this annoyingly long list of the many battles that he's fought in, and eventually he gets around to he talking about the battle that was called the last battle of the Kaliach, in which the Kaliach had a city that is in the southeastern part of this continent, that was bound up in a protective magic similar to this one. And the combined forces of the dark, he tells you, were arrayed against this great city, the last remaining city of the Kaliach, in the world of myth. And he says that the Kaliach destroyed themselves and destroyed their city and took themselves out of the world of myth, is the way that he phrases it, rather than let their power fall into the hands of the dark. He doesn't know how to communicate with it. But he says that the place where the Kaliach city once stood is now known as the Great Devoid.
Do you think that somehow, through our efforts, we could open that door on the other side and get inside the city?
He says, if you mean to pass between realms, we came from such a place. There was an artifact that you brought me through. What's that?
We gave it to the Emperor too. He's got a hold of him.
He says, perhaps you can seize one from the dark. We know that Mogim has one.
Oh, he's got that stick, right? The rod or whatever.
That's right.
So
he says, let him feel my wrath, and you will have what you wish for.
All right,
He's very confident.
We got 28 days to wait for his little battery to run out, and then we can get him. Or 20 days or something like that, I think it is.
He says, will you seek out the rod then?
Well, sounds like I tap on the field. I can't get through this any other way. The other way is possibly standing in front of the gates in a full army of undead with the smoke check around. So, yeah, we should probably seek out Moadim. All right. What do you guys think? We're not getting through this way.
So we're going back from the rubble.
Yep. I don't have any juice in me to go do that thing again because it requires, maybe it resets after a while. I'm not sure.
So the gate you guys have with you here is still active, but you won't be able to necessarily activate the gate from the other end again like you did before. If that makes sense.
Oh, so basically, like, we can go to another
station. We can get out, but we're not getting anywhere near.
Yeah, or you're not guaranteed a route back from wherever you end up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is a pretty big decision, guys. What do you guys want to do?
Well, if we stay here, we have to fight an army. And we can't even get into the city because it's closed off.
All right. And then can we go to the world map real quick?
Yep.
Please.
Absolutely.
Thank you. If I'm looking at that and we're here.
Yeah, so you guys are now back in Lankerfam, which is down here.
All right, so we're here.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is this is, yeah, that's Myrkridia. So we could literally just go to Myrkridia.
Balmung says, as you guys are standing there, and Jack, you're holding Balmung. Balmung says, I recognize this rune. I don't know all of these places, but I know that this place was the city of the Kaliach. He points at this. Actually, I don't know how he pointed that as a sword, but Jack, you know that's what he's indicating. I guess he actually shoots a lightning bolt at the diagram and arcs off of it.
And I get startled.
Yeah.
Hey.
We could go there.
All right, let's go there, guys.
He says, wait, no, you mustn't. You must not.
Why?
That city is gone.
Well, gone is still better than here.
From my map knowledge, do I know that that place is the Great Devoid?
That's correct. Yes, that would take you into the Great Devoid.
And I'm gonna say that's probably not a good
But is
idea.
like
Please go
Great
there.
Devoid like is just like a hole in the ground, or
It is a bottomless pit to the center of the Earth, or
Yeah.
possibly an alternate dimension.
I've been there, while like exploring the place, and I'm just gonna say no. I don't think we can go there.
yeah, let's skip that one, I guess.
Okay. Then
There's one in Myrgard, isn't there?
so he said that this one was the Great Devoid, right?
Correct. Yep.
So would it be if this is Lankerfan? I feel like
Oh wait, then this is one is Myrkridia. Then.
Yeah, this one.
So I guess the one directly below the city probably is the Forest Heart then.
It's the Forest Heart.
So where do you guys want to go?
I mean, Forest is good. There's a lot of hiding place.
It's up. It's up to Jack really because he knows what we need thanks to Mr. Crazy Sword.
Phalim, who's standing over next to you guys looking at the pillar on the east side of the room, says, "What was that?" He's looking over at the west door, which you guys have barred.
Allowance of protection.
He says, "I thought I saw something.
The GM is
There was a
GM
light."
said, "Move now." All right, let's go.
Light? Okay, let's choose a place.
There's a scratching sound on the other side of the door.
I vote here.
Yeah, I vote here.
All right, whatever Varanza says, let's go.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I also vote Forest Heart.
All right. Thalium says, "All right, I'm in." And the dwarves ascent. You guys activate that diagram, and the line that appears is much shorter this time.
You want to be left behind, or do you want to go to the Forest Heart?
I mean, we're gonna get dragged along anyway.
Yeah.
I was talking to Bear.
They're all like, "We're coming with you guys. We don't want to stay here."
All right. Why don't you distribute the loot a little bit more so if one guy dies, they don't lose a whole bunch.
Oh, we've already got it divvied up. Don't worry.
All right.
All right. So you guys travel, and sure enough, you are on the coast of. God, I can't read this tiny writing. I don't know why they made the map so scribbly like this. I'm going to say that it's called
Dirty Rich? Huh?
It looks like it says something rice to me.
I think it's Reach, but I'm not sure what the middle word is.
That's dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty Reach.
Okay, sure. We'll call it the Dirty Reach.
The Dirty Reach.
I like that. We'll keep it as the Dirty Reach.
We'll have to figure out why it's called that later. But anyway, you guys are at the shoreline at this stretch of water. And sure enough, you could see you are in a ruin that looks not the same, but not entirely unlike the place that you saw in your vision, Drum. There's this marble, like very worn, weathered marble structure here that kind of looks like that Colosseum type place that you saw in the vision. It's not the same place, but it's a similar style of construction. And there's vines and like trees and things all growing through the structure. Nature has like retaken this place. And you guys appear here. There's moss under your feet, and sure enough, you are in Forest Heart.
place is a
Is
dump.
the portal still
awesome.
open?
And you see standing there silently looking over you guys is one of the forest giants.
Oh shit.
Oh, I do the haka.
I do forest giant gang signs.
Um,
I just say, "What's up?"
find this guy's name again.
He's an Ogier. Get it right.
Okay, yeah. You've encountered once more large covet of the West Grove, grown in the 38th winter. And he says, "Back so soon?"
Hi. Yes.
We took
We
the
seek
train by
shelter.
ourselves. We took the train by ourselves for the first time today. We got really lost, and yeah, we just wanna have some snacks.
Is it?
Are we in your house, or is this just some random place we hopped into?
Says, "Welcome to Forest Heart. Are these friends of yours?" He's saying to Veranza, gesturing at the rest of the group.
I go loosely.
His great eyebrows slowly raise.
I
and
smack her.
he sees the sarcasm.
I smack her.
I go, yes. They are teaching me in the ways of sarcasm.
He looks west off into the deep shadows of the. Actually, he looks west off towards the sun, which is now low in the sky, and long shadows are stretching out over the world knot and this surrounding area. And he says, "It is late. Join me in my home. We shall feast." And he is inviting you back to his big kind of natural wood and stone structure that he's built in this hovel down in the depths of the forest. And he kind of clears out some brush and soil so it's a little bit easier for you guys to navigate because you're not as big as he is. Kind of like sweeps up the floor a little bit. And he's got a huge pot of stew on that is like smells like potatoes and carrots and all kinds of spices that most of you guys have probably never seen before.
God, that sounds amazing. I start dancing and singing snacks, snacks,
Yeah.
snacks, 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 snacks,
All right.
snacks, snacks, snacks.
So you guys can rest for the night here if you would like. Would you like to rest?
Yes.
Okay, so let's
for the best.
So we're gonna do the end of session move here so that I can give a XP for the session, and then you guys can work on leveling up if you have the XP to do so now. Let me pull up the book. Okay. Level up, end of session. Has anybody completed any of their bonds?
No.
No, because 2 of mine are gone.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I don't have one.
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna say let's have everybody who has a bond with one of the characters that's not here anymore mark an experience point for those things.
So 1 for each?
Yeah.
Okay. I do have one.
Go for it.
Jack actually listened to me about not storming into the temple.
Nice. What was the bond originally?
He has to listen to me just 1 time.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'd say that sounds like it's resolved. What do you think, Jack?
I agree.
All right, so mark an XP for that and write a new bond. Anybody else?
No, well, I don't think I have one. Yeah.
Okay. You can also create new bonds if you
Yeah.
don't have one, or you can modify an existing
work
bond
on that this week. So
okay. How about alignments? They fulfill their alignment.
help something or
Nope, for
someone
me.
grow.
I kind of had the brotherly nature prevent somebody from weakening themselves or coming to harm by putting yourself in danger by I don't know, because we took all the little dudes, out of the place where they're going to be killed by the.
Sounds good. Yeah, so mark an experience point for
Yeah.
that.
I mean, yeah, sounds fair. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
I kind of de-leveled Jack, so I can't say that.
I would say, you helped Jack learn and grow in the sense that is my feeling anyway, that you helped him learn and grow in the sense that you found a situation that he can't rush into. What do you think, Jack?
No, I agree. I actually depended on Veranza. You heard me. It was like out of character for me.
Yeah.
I was like, it's just so it can't be fixed with violence.
Yeah.
All right, so mark an experience point for that, and then write a new bond if you like. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
The
We
portals.
have a train station.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody mark an experience point for that. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
I mean,
The
we
world
haven't
not.
Okay, yeah, sure. Mark an XP for that. Did we loot a memorable
What was
treasure?
No.
What was that? I missed that last part where we overcome a.
We said the world not was a notable enemy. I'll buy it.
It was a puzzle.
Yeah, it
That's what
was. I mean, yeah, you guys
I've
figured
been
out the
playing
puzzle. That was good.
Prince for like 2 weeks now, so I'm just
Same.
like, I love it so much.
What is it?
I'm on day 88.
Blueprints. It's a roguelite.
It's
Oh, cool.
it's a puzzle roguelike.
No,
And
roguelite, since it
Yeah.
carries. Everything carries.
Everything carries, but the thing is that I'm stuck at the part where I need that to tone down a little bit because
What,
it's
you
not
don't like?
like
You don't
just
like giving allowances and
no
some special rooms? Oh
just
well.
give me the ability to get my boiler room, my pump room, my pool. Just give them to me in the shuffle.
All right. So,
Love.
did we loot a memorable treasure?
No.
The portal.
No. Okay. No, the portals are definitely not treasure. Okay, so
They're
everybody got
not.
2 experience points from those things. So, if you hit your current level plus 7, then you get to level up. So we can go ahead and do that. I have a little time left if you guys want to do that now.
Yeah.
I have an idea for mine. I don't. I just need some confirmation for you, DM.
Okay, go for it.
In my 6 to 10 special move list, special thing, advanced move, I could take a natural ally, which means your animal companion is now a monster, not an animal. Describe it, and it gains 2 ferocity and instinct plus a new training.
Oh wow, okay.
How would that realistically be?
How would that? What did you say?
How would that realistically be, since they are an owl, like another, like they're hybrid of it, like they become a monster. Like your animal companion is a monster. There's no other wording in this book,
Right. So
so I don't know.
I would say, that's kind of up to you. Like as far as the story is concerned, how does your animal companion? Is it a new animal? Is it an evolution of
No,
your
it's
animal
still
companion?
the same. It's still the same animal companion.
Okay, so maybe Lena had some thread of monster blood in her all along that's awakened by interaction with the world knot, maybe?
Okay, if that's the case, then yeah, I'm gonna do that on her lore side.
What type of
That's all
creature
for
is she
me.
becoming?
I'm guessing the only mythological monster I'm thinking that is bird is rock, the ROK
A
one.
rock, okay. Oh boy, so she's getting big.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know if that's good or not, since I don't know if that's could tie in with the stuff, but oh well.
That's fine, you can have a rock. Oh, so she's getting too big. She's getting to the point where she like can't ride on your shoulder anymore. Eventually you'll be able to ride her.
Okay, y'all. Thanks for the game. Great game.
All right, good game, guys.
Have a
Yes.
good one.
Later.
Take care.
Okay.
Have a good night, everybody.
I didn't level
Night.
up.
Yeah, I just finished.
What did you take on your new level?
And the
I'm gonna work on
Enkindler.
it.
The Enkindler. It's a charisma skill, and it's to bolster allies. And I'm not very good at charisma stuff, but it should be hilarious if it works. So.
Okay, cool.
All right, cheers.
All right, later, guys.
Cheers.
All right, we're going to wrap up the stream there. I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe. It's free if you're watching on YouTube. Have a good evening, and I will see you next time. Take care, folks.